Okay, I just wanted to make a little brief video about the Pi camera. Just wanted to show what I have inside. I have the Pi Zero, and I've got, in the back, I've got 4 USB sockets that just have 5 volts going to them. Back over here I have a USB, I don't know what they call it, a little header of some kind. Ordered it on eBay. Everything in here I ordered on eBay. And I'm gonna make links for everything eventually. And on the back of the face, I've got the PIR sensor. They've got 2 controls. One is the sensitivity, I believe, and the other is when it's tripped, how long does it stay tripped and then turn back off. You can Google it, PIR sensor. There's the camera right there. And I made a little circuit board, just a little project board here. It's kind of hard to show it with everything together like this. There's 2 screws that hold it down, and behind it is 6 LEDs, and I got an on-off switch to power everything. The power comes in through this here, runs to the switch, and then powers the Pi and this MOSFET, which I just call a solid state relay. Basically what it does is it gets a 3.3 volt signal off one of the pins, and that turns it on and sends 5 volts to the USB, the 4 USB. Now the Pi doesn't put out enough current. It doesn't put out 5 volts anyway, and it doesn't put out enough current to power 4 sets of LEDs. So I have power running straight from the input onto here that powers the 4 LEDs, and just a logic signal from one of the GPIO pins turns it on and off. Now these LEDs, the way I have it set up is every time it first senses movement through here, and it will take a picture. And because it's the Raspberry Pi 0W with Wi-Fi, it connects to the internet and emails the photo to the email address that you set up, and then it counts down 5 minutes. That way it doesn't take a picture. If you have something in the screen moving by every 2 seconds, you don't have it sending an email every 2 seconds. Of course, I really couldn't do every 2 seconds, but you know what I'm saying. Even every 20 seconds or 30 seconds, you don't want that. So it counts down 5 minutes. And these 3 LEDs is a red, yellow, and a green. When it's counting down from 5 minutes, it turns on red. When it's got 1 minute to go in the countdown, it turns yellow. And then when the countdown is complete and it's ready to take a picture again, the green comes on. One of these on the left is just power indicator, top one I believe. And then there's a blue one and another white one. One of these, I think the blue, tells me when these USBs are energized, in case you don't see any light come out, or maybe you're using this for a different project and you're energizing those for something else, just to let you know that those are being energized. And this one is connected straight to the PIR's motion sensor. See the red wire coming off of here? It's running straight over to that LED, as well as into a GPIO pin. That way, even while it's counting down, if you're just wanting to test movement, you got that. So, and also I've got an on-off switch. It turns everything on and off, like I said before. Let me tuck this in just a second. Tucking everything in. Now, I've got on the sides, you got screw holes to secure it. You see, it's got that. But you put it in like that, and you put I got M2 4mm to secure that. See, I just bought a bunch of these. I got M2, I got 4. These are self-tapping, 4, 6, 8, and 12. And then these require a nut, the 6. Those are some other 6s and some 16s, 25s. And then I've got some nuts and some washers. It's good to have these on hand. See, that's my M2 stuff. This is my M3 stuff. These are M2 probably 6s. Let's screw this onto the face. These are the M2 6s with a nut that screw on the switch. M2 4s, self-tapping. And also, if you want to do the infrared camera, like I've got one here, it comes with its own infrared light, so you don't need the USBs. And I've got a mount. It's kind of a mount for other projects too. If you have a camera that the cable comes out the front, or like in this case, it comes out the top, but it needs to feed in the front instead of draping over the lens, you run it behind and run it through. Well, I'm not seeing too well. Run it through that slit. But with this, I've got 2 holes here and a slit. I had to pause there. You see, this has 2 holes and a slit. This can mount right here like that, right in front of the slit. I'm sorry about the lighting and all. So you can mount that on top of here, run the cable behind, run it through the slit, and then down through that slit. And now you've got an infrared light camera instead of the other camera built-in one. You can leave that one in there. Or if you wanted to use the USBs, these are the things I bought. Actually, they did not come with the USB connector on them, but they did have the holes to solder everything onto it. And I noticed that was a USB interface, just didn't have the USB plug on it. So I ordered some of these and ordered some of those. And plug those in like this. And now you've got that. And on the back I've got magnets. I just epoxied some magnets to the back. Magnets drive you crazy. So now let me plug it in and see if it works. What it'll do is, after it boots up, it will do a little light show with these 3, just to let me know to get ready. Oop, wrong side. Alright, we hit that. Alright. That's a PIR sensor, no sensing movement. Yep, there it goes. A little light show. Blink, 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 steady. And you can see right next to the camera there's a little red LED behind there. Now I'm going to make some motion. And there, it just took the picture. And let me go to my email address. I think I have to log into it. I have a special email address just for these. Alright, and that's still probably composing. Oh, now when that turns back red again, that means it's finished sending the email. And there it is. that's what it took a picture of. So there you go. That's how it works. And a friend of mine helped me with the script. He's a lot better at it than I am, but I did everything else. So, oh, and the aperture ring, if the field of view is too wide for the sensor, you can just turn this like that. Makes it deeper. It has a more narrow area that it can see. So you can adjust that if things are entering the room and triggering it before it gets in view of the camera. So there you go. I hope to hear some good reviews on this. I will be posting more, the material list and stuff as I have time. Thanks.